Good afternoon, YouTubers. So we're still on day 11, the afternoon, and we're starting on the walls. So hopefully this will be a lot easier. It's at my level, so, and a nice big platform to work on. Everything's cool, everything's set up properly, so on with that. Я поставил, ты просто... Давай, секунд. Evening, YouTube. Well, that's the end of this day. Been a long day. The studs were in that you saw in the previous video, and we've started on the wall we've put up today, and we've got another one ready in the wings to go up tomorrow morning, hopefully. There's a bit more work to do on it yet, but that doesn't take long. So it's raining, so it's calling it quits for the evening, and it's raining. It's forecast rain tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. But it's only for one day, and then after that it's sunshine again for the best part of the week. So see you tomorrow. Good morning, YouTubers. It's day 12, and starting on this bit here. I've got a good bit done already, and it's supposed to be rain today, and it's bright sunshine, so weather forecast got it right again. So I just wanted to share a bit of this important piece of this wall with you now. If you're building these walls, there's a diagonal brace got to go on this. There's actually on the other wall as well, but that'll be put in after. But on this one, there's got to be a diagonal brace put in right now. Now, okay, it looks nice and square, it's all great, and I can just stick that diagonal brace in now, but no, that would be a big mistake. What you've got to do is get yourself a little program, and I'm going to insert a screenshot of the program into the video now, because I can't get a good shot in daylight from the other phone. So I'll put that little program in. It calculates the length by the width and gives you a diagonal measurement. Now, according to my plan, I have to follow the plan exactly where that diagonal bracing is going, because it goes at 45 degrees. So it's important it's in the exact right spot. So I have to measure that and calculate those. And that little program really helps it, so I'll insert that. Some other few things before I put this wall up that I'm going to share with you. Under here, between this bit here and the bottom of the wall, this should be insulation, and I'm going to take you around and show you that now. So this is the insulation that I'm putting in, this stuff here, and it goes on the floor joists and then the wall goes on top, and it creates this seal along this. I'm trying to get this, the sun's right in my face here. I'm creating my own shadow, but anyway, it creates this seal between the wall and the floor. And if you haven't got that in, you will get an horrendous draft coming through there, through the bottom of the walls, and it'll make your house really cold. So it's important that that insulation is in. Any wood on wood joints. There's also something else I'm going to do, but it'll come later. If you can look on here, some of these are just a little bit, there's a little bit of gaps in there. A little bit of gap in, you can't get your finger in there, but there's a little gap there where the wood is bowed and whatever. And it's basically everywhere. You see here as well. So what I'll do before that's insulated, what I'll do is come around with the old spray foam and just make sure any little gaps are completely sealed up, so there's no cold drafts getting into the house. There's no point in putting insulation in here and then having a big gap in there. That's got to be sealed up. And also, before this wall goes up, there will be insulation on here and insulation on here. So when that butts up against this gap here, between this wall and this, will have insulation. So there's no draft's going to come into there. It's an important thing to do. A lot of houses, you see, they chuck them up and they don't bother with that, and then consequently the house is cold, it's drafty. Before I set the diagonal bracing on this, I need to make sure it's completely square. So I've worked out the diagonal as 495. Let's see what happens. 4 meters, 95 centimeters. This one is 498 and a bit. This one is 491. This corner this way a bit, like that. Now let's see. Was 491 and now we're on to nothing. Try that again. Now we're on to 494 and a half. And that way, try the other way. Is now 494 and a half. So it's within half a centimetre square on both. Basically it's square now. So you can see, just by moving one of the corners, you can square up the frame. I'll put a little link to that program and a screenshot of how I did it in the video in a minute. It'll be down there somewhere. And now I can put the diagonal bracing in. Now it's very specific. I'll show you the plan. it's very specific where the diagonal bracing, hopefully I'm getting this. It's very specific where the diagonal bracing has to go. So it has to be put in correct. You can imagine this is backwards. It'll go that way around if you like, right? But that's the diagonal brace there. What I also do is mark up this diagonal brace so that I know exactly where it's going to cut, so I know exactly where it's going to go. There. So now I can cut this diagonal bracing down into the right size and then start on this, and I'll show you how I do it. First, simple cuts across to cut this into shape. So next I want to set my depth gauge on this. You can imagine, hopefully I'm getting this on camera. So I need to set the depth gauge on this so that it only cuts the depth of this when I'm cutting the diagonals out. So for that, there's a little screw button on here, and I can just Wait. Just lower that down, he says, until I get the correct depth. That's set now to the depth. That's a little bit deep in it. Shut that up a bit. So there we go. For the correct depth. So all I do now is turn the camera so I can see it. Get it a bit closer. So all I'm doing is where I've marked it, here and here, here and here, is cut that down loads and loads of times, and then knock that bit out. So here we go, first one. That's the first one. They're cut at the same depth, so it should be a case of just knocking them out. You can knock them out with anything, really. There you go. If you get some of it, won't go, you can cut that in half again. Then you can use a chisel or an axe like this to just make sure it's any bits are removed. So you get a nice smooth finish. This is my first trial of this piece of timber. You can see over here I've just not got it quite on. I just need to slice that a little bit, so mark it and cut it, and then it should drop in there. So I'll leave this on. Let's get this quick spray. And try it again. we go. Just about perfect. Perfect in. So, like I said, just check everything's in line. It is. I would still, I mean you can't see it from here, but on the back side probably there's a little bit of a gap in places, and this is what you don't want. So basically remove it. It's a fairly old tight fit, and a little bit of spray behind each piece. Give yourself a good joint. Well, that went a bit wrong, didn't it? It's stuck open. Nice one. Managed to get it all sprayed anyway. I'll sort that out later. Meanwhile, get this in before it does dry. Ah, a little bit I've missed. So I have to go for it. A little bit. Still not wanting to seal up, is it? Ah. What's going on there then? Now I've got spray foam everywhere, and the spring is just belted out the back of it. Anyway, sort that out later. Once you've got them in, then nail it up. You should be looking at 2 or 3 nails per piece. No, for 3 to be honest. Wall is that. After that little adventure, I'm now going to leave that to dry for a little while, because that is sticky and it's horrible and it's everywhere. I don't want to touch it, get all over yourself. Horrible stuff. But happens, doesn't it? Sometimes these things happen. So next, while I'm waiting for that to dry up a bit, and it won't take long in this weather, I can put in the insulation along there and up that wall there to make sure we get a good solid connection. So I'll go and get that. So my next thing is to insulate this this bit here and these bits to stop gaps in the thing and stop possible drafts. And it comes in big reels like this, and this is called jute. I'm not sure what that is in English. It's probably flax or something. It's a natural material. All you do is run it down, and I've got blooming spray foam everywhere, and staple it in place. Right, so já postavím speciální štuku teda. Sekunda. Raz, dva, tři. Teda. Okay. So. YouTube as well, it's the end of the day, another long day, but we did achieve something, so I'll flick around and show you what we've done. This is what we've got done today. It's actually quite dark, but the video seems to be showing up quite well. That's the wall that we put up today, already all sprayed, all blah blah blah. This is the place for that wall already, and as you can see, where the two walls are joined, insulated, and all along the bottom as well. So the next wall we're putting up is actually going to be this one here. I'll show you up now. Off camera I did a little bit of extra work. I've got this frame here ready. Well, it's not ready, there's a lot more to go into it yet, but it's partly done. And I built a nice little table, bench, whatever you call it, so that I can put my saw on there and use that for the studs in the wall. And it's nice and high, so I don't have to bend over it. And also it's at a height where I can use it for when I'm putting in the Verkhny Obязка, which will go on once the outside walls are in place. So quite a lot today. That wall was quite heavy lifting, but me and the wife did it easily. And so yeah, so far so good. I'll see you tomorrow.